It's not even 2025 yet here in the States, but there's already been a lot going on in the tennis world for the 2025 season. But even as we're about to enter the new year, some things just never change. Emma Raducanu is still struggling with injury that's keeping her out of events. Elena Rybakina is sort of reunited with longtime former coach Stefano Vukov, and Nick Kyrgios is still very much obsessed with Jannik Sinner. Hey, I'm Christian Bassnight, and welcome to Christian's Court, where I cover tennis from all angles. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you are notified whenever I post more tennis updates like this. Yes, play has officially kicked off down under at the United Cup, and WTA Finals champion Coco Gauff has picked up really right where she left off as she opened her United Cup bid with 2 solid straight sets wins. After beating Leylah Fernandez a couple of days ago 3-2, Coco got revenge over Donna Vekic from their Olympics round of 16 match as she beat the Croatian 6-2, 6-4. It really wasn't the best match from Coco, especially from that forehand wing. It was a little bit shaky throughout this match, but it was still overall a pretty solid performance from the American. Her serve was pretty solid, no true double fault issues, and she ultimately just broke down the world number 19 with her impeccable defense. Team USA, which also includes Taylor Fritz, is now into the quarterfinals where they face China after they won both of their group ties. Also in the quarterfinals is Team Kazakhstan, led by world number 6 Elena Rybakina, who's looked very good thus far. She recently scored an impressive 6-4, 6-3 win over Maria Sakkari, but more importantly, she just looks very happy and healthy out there, which is very nice considering all the struggles and injury and health issues she endured in the 2024 season. I really haven't seen her smile this much really at all, ever, really. I think it could be from her having an overall better team environment. Of course, she recently hired Goran Ivanisevic, and Ivanisevic, he formerly coached Novak Djokovic, I believe, 2 10 slams before they split last year. Now, Rybakina initially split from longtime coach Stefano Vukov at the 2024 US Open, and Sonia Tartakova, a Russian reporter, reported that Rybakina's family was concerned about her relationship with Vukov. It was reported that Rybakina's frequent tournament withdrawals from 2024 were linked to Vukov placing a lot of stress on her, and a lot of people felt that their relationship was very toxic and not healthy. Now today, Tartakova ironically reported that Vukov is set to travel to Australia in the coming days to support Rybakina as she competes at the Australian Open later this month. Tartakova shared some messages that she had with Vukov yesterday, who said that he and his former charge, Rybakina, are still on good terms. Vukov also denied claims floating around there that he was banned by the WTA and removed from their official coaching list. This all is just very interesting to me. It's not really too shocking or surprising because Rybakina first pretty much denied the rumors that there was kind of a contentious split and that there was like an abuse going on at the WTA Finals. And then also Vukov was spotted in Abu Dhabi like last week or so for the World Tennis League exhibition, which Rybakina also played. So many fans thought, oh Lord, Vukov is still in the picture, and clearly he very much is. Now, Vukov apparently won't be coaching Rybakina or won't be like joining her in a coaching capacity in Melbourne, but he'll just be there for support, which again is interesting. I'm wondering if maybe they're dating, I don't know, but I'm also wondering why it's a story in and of itself that he's there like with her, like supporting her. Like why is he there? That's my thing. I know a lot of fans really aren't happy about it, especially those fans who believe that Vukov was mistreating her. Hopefully there is no foul treatment going on there, of course, but my main concern really is that Vukov being in the picture might cause friction and conflict with Rybakina's current coach, Goran Ivanisevic. I low-key could see Goran kind of saying, I'm out, if Vukov perhaps is a little bit too much present still. If you've coached a player for so long, it's going to be hard for him to just be there and not try to give pointers. Maybe he could give pointers from the outside in, but I feel like eventually, if he remains around and continues to travel around with her, he might try to wean in a little bit more, and again, that might create conflict. But I just hope that isn't the case, and I hope that all parties come out of this the best way possible. Going back to the United Cup results, Jasmine Paolini has looked very good. She only dropped 4 games in her first 2 matches. In Italy, they have gone undefeated in the group stage, as did Germany. Iga Świątek and Poland will bid to go undefeated as well when they take on Karolina Muchova and Czechia tonight. In Brisbane, Nick Kyrgios made his highly anticipated return to singles action and had a respectable 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 loss to big serving 6'8" Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard from France. This was definitely the battle of the serve bots. There were absolutely no breaks of serve and only a few breakpoint chances that each guy had. Nick hit a total of 15 aces, which was still no match for Giovanni's 36 aces, which is crazy for a 3-set match. It's definitely impressive that Nick was able to hang in there with literally the ATP's most improved player of 2024, a rising star in Giovanni, and honestly nearly beat him, especially with him playing one match at about 2.5 years. That's kind of crazy. Of course, Nick has been struggling with knee and wrist issues, and just him being able to have this result is an exemplification of his natural tennis talent. Now, you would expect with Kyrgios being back on tour that he'd be a little less active with his Twitter fingers, but the 29-year-old is still sending jabs at world number 1 Jannik Sinner. Since August, Kyrgios has taken non-stop shots at Sinner after the news broke of Jannik failing previous drug tests for close-to-ball. Nick has remained adamant that his whole one-sided beef against Jannik is about just integrity and ensuring fair treatment, but I feel like he still could just be salty about Sinner dating his ex Anna Kanskaya, especially judging from that second serve tweet. Anyways, after losing to Giovanni, Kyrgios bantered with some Sinner fans on Twitter who teased him about the loss. One said, "The token ATP serve bot getting out serve botted. Maybe if he spent more time practicing," than Emma replies. Kyrgios then responded, "or more close to ball." When someone else poked a bit of fun at his loss, Nick said, "Still haven't failed no drug tests though." Then when another Jannik fan asked Kyrgios how it felt for Sinner to eclipse his career in just one season, Nick basically said it's because of the close to ball. I'm going to keep it real. Kyrgios knows that saying things like this and maintaining this, again, one-sided beef with Jannik will give him extra attention, which he thrives off of, and because he's not going to get that attention a lot from his tennis. I say this because Kyrgios' wrist surgery that he underwent last year was very serious. It was a reconstruction procedure, and he said that he got 6 holes in his hand and one in his arm, and that no tennis player has ever returned to playing after such surgery. Kyrgios also said he felt some soreness during that match against Mpetshi Perricard, and that it'd be basically a miracle for him and his wrist to hold up for a slam, so he might miss the Australian Open. I say all this to say that Nick knows that he's probably not going to be playing on the tour for too much longer, so he's trying to stay relevant with these Sinner jabs so he can keep cozy commentating gigs and whatnot for years down the line. Really, the Sinner fans need to just ignore Nick and deprive him of the attention that he clearly desperately craves. Not every ignorant statement he makes about Sinner needs to be a headline, I'm sorry. And maybe they don't realize it, but I think Jannik fans low-key enjoy bickering with Nick. Like, they keep doing it time and time again, so they must like it, honestly. Of course, Nick is very outspoken, and he's free to say pretty much whatever he wants, but I can say whatever I want too, and I just think it's going on for way too long. The obsession is too much, and I'm tired of seeing about it, and I'm tired of reporting about it, even though I haven't really reported much about it. I'm tired that I even have to say what I'm saying now, because it's just getting really on my nerves. I beg of y'all, just stop giving Nick Kyrgios the attention, as much attention. I'll promise you, he'll dial it down after that. Anyways, back to the tennis action. Giovanni now plays France's TFO, and that'll be their second career meeting. It's funny because they played against each other in the final tournament of 2024 for both of them, the Paris Indoor Masters, and now here they are playing again in the first tournament of 2025, Brisbane. Giovanni won that Paris match in 3 tight sets, but here I'm going to be siding with Tiafoe to get his lick back. But regardless of what happens, I know it's going to be a very competitive match. Meanwhile, Kyrgios' doubles partner Novak Djokovic looked good in his single season opener when he beat Riki Hijikata 3-3. The Joker now plays Gael Monfils, who he owns a 19-0 head-to-head advantage over. The women's top seed, Aryna Sabalenka, opened with a solid 4-love win over Nata Zadazura. The Belarusian plays Yulia Putintseva next. Ons Jabeur is back in full flight after being sidelined from a shoulder problem for the latter half of 2024, and she looks good. She beat Ekaterina Alexandrova 3-2, and these were her first few wins since Wimbledon. Now, quite a few seeds lost in Brisbane on the women's side. In fact, the 4th through 7th seeds all were sent packing. Elena Rybakina upset number 4 Paula Badosa, and then Angelina Kalinina beat Princess Diana in 3 sets as well. American Ashton Kruger dominated Aleksanskaya 6-3, 6-3, and then Maria Boskova defeated number 7 seed Yelena Ostapenko. Mira Andreeva, the 8 seed, did survive the upset bug. She beat Anna Blinkova 6-4, 6-4. Meanwhile, in Auckland, perhaps the big story of the day was, unfortunately, Emma Raducanu withdrawing hours before her opening round match against American Robin Montgomery. Raducanu said that she's been struggling with a back niggle the past couple of weeks that just has not improved. Emma's career has been marred by injury, so it's really not that much of a surprise that she now might miss the year's first major in Melbourne. She recently hired a new fitness trainer too, and Dukata Nakamura, who formerly worked with Naomi Osaka, Maria Sharapova, Simona Halep, to name just a few. I don't know what it is with British tennis players and being injury prone, but you have Emma Raducanu, Jack Draper, and of course Andy Murray all just being plagued with injury throughout their careers. I have a lot more I want to say about Miss Raducanu, which I'm going to save for an upcoming video, but for now, I just hope that she does heal in time for the Australian Open. Now, the American woman did very well last night in New Zealand at the ASB Classic. Robin Montgomery won her first tour level match since July when she defeated Japan's Mai Hantama 6-3, 2-6, 6-love. She has a new Nike deal, by the way, which is interesting. Also, fellow DMV native Haley Baptiste scored a dominant 6-love, 6-2 win. Top seed Madison Keys defeated Lucia Bronzetti 6-4, 6-4, and then Sophia Kenin defeated Shi Yu Wang 7-6, 6-1. But the most surprising result definitely was Alicia Parks upsetting third seed Amanda Anisimova. This was the perfect gift for the now 24-year-old Parks, as it is also her first top 50 win in nearly a year. Jeremy Chardy, her new coach, is maybe what she needed, and perhaps Alicia will crack the top 30 in 2025. I hope this year, hopefully, will be Alicia's big breakthrough season. I'd love to see it. Now, ending this video, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, and it's really about the tennis calendar and the lack of a true off season. I was on a vacation in Chicago the last few days, so I really haven't been able to post a lot. But to be honest, I shouldn't have had to post at all because the tennis season should not have started December 26th, 25th, wherever it was that it started. That's insane. The ATP Next Gen Finals just ended on around like December 22nd last week. And we had all these exhibitions, the World Tennis League. We have no time to truly miss tennis. I feel like if we actually had a period of where we could miss tennis, we'd appreciate it more when it came back. Like even a few years ago, there's a period where we were waiting for tennis to come back. Now it feels like this year tennis jumped on us. Like, dang, it's starting so soon. I feel like a new tennis season shouldn't start until the next year actually happens. Like, we shouldn't be having tennis on December 29th, December 30th. Like, I just don't like it. But anyways, that was my little rant. And that is all I have for this video. Let me know your thoughts on Kyrgios' continued obsession with Jannik Sinner. Do you agree that he should be ignored? And also, let me know what you think about him and him possibly being good for the sport like he and other people say he is. Also, let me know your thoughts on Stefano Vukov rejoining Elena Rybakina's support system. Do you think it's a little bit odd? Do you think it's fine? Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comments. Again, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you are notified whenever I post this upcoming Emma Raducanu video. Thank you all so much for watching and for your support, and I'll see you all next time here on Christian's Court.